So today we're gonna work with the House of Roses of Stamperia. And I heard one time someone asking how to pronounce, and it is not pronounced Stamperia because it is a Latin word, and I will show you. It has an accent on the I, which means that the pronunciation, the strongest pronunciation is going to be on that I. So it's said Stamperia. Stamperia. So I just wanted to tell you that, and we are going to work with House of Roses, and I have in here the 10 sheet kit, and I purchased also the cards, the collection of cards, and I also purchased the die cuts. However, the difference between the ephemera and the die cuts is that the ephemera are thinner and they are stickers, and the die cuts, they are thicker because they have like a piece of cardboard. Not sure if I'm gonna use the die cuts because of that, because this is good like for the cover or places where you want to have a little bit more bulkiness in your journal. And these that I'm doing are for a bird journal that I'm doing, and I will show you later, but I'm trying to concentrate in this channel about Stamperia and things that you can buy and you can follow me. And before I continue with this, I want to share with you that I have another channel, and it is a painting channel, and the piece that we're going to be, the new piece is going to be this one. If you want to go check it out, I will put the link on my on the description for this video, and this is in color pencils. So let's get started with the House of Roses. This is the paper I selected, and since I am showing all the papers, in case you don't know about these, I'm gonna go fast because I don't want to bore you with this. That's the back of the cover. Here is this one. The one that we're selected is like this, and then look at that. This is gorgeous. The thing we're gonna cut all these ephemera. So we have ephemera here. This is a gorgeous pad. Look at that. So it doesn't have too much ephemera. Ooh, wow. That's so pretty. Let's see if we find more ephemera. Oh, here it is. Wow, so pretty, so pretty. Okay, so I don't see too much ephemera, but we can always use the front. Even though the front, look at the back of the front. So now I'm going to show you the backs of all the papers. They are super pretty. This is the one for the ephemera. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. I love roses, so I'm going to be saying pretty. Okay, the backs are pretty too. And the reason I selected the one that I selected is because of this. And I'm following a booklet I saw in Rhoda Burke's channel. And we're gonna cut these 4 corners to make this booklet, and this section is gonna be folded down, but it doesn't matter if you have the roses up or down. So when you select a paper for these, make sure that this section, at least the one in the middle, is gonna be turned down. And so it has to be a paper. It is also turned down a little bit in here, but that also doesn't matter if it's turned down, because flowers, they can go up or down. So that's why I selected this one. Super pretty. And this is the inside. So the cards collection is like an ephemera pack. Look. They are super pretty, and there's so many. So this is a great, look at that. You already have a booklet in there. Wow. I thought they were cards because sometimes it comes with cards, but this is not cards. This is ephemera. Look. Wow. Super, super pretty. Okay, so let's get started. So you're gonna put your scoreboard. You're gonna find first 1 3/8, and you're gonna score. Then you're gonna find 3 7/8, and you're gonna score. And 8 3/8, and 10 7/8. So 1 3/8, 3 7/8, 8 3/8, and 10 7/8. After you finish the scores this way, you're gonna turn it this way, and now you're gonna score at 2.5 and 9.5. Okay, so this is what I want you to do because it is a bit confusing. Fold your piece so that it is like this. And then also fold this section. From the middle section, you're gonna only keep that middle section. And then from this line that you have in there and here, you're gonna cut this, but it has to be inside that score line. The same in here. So I'm gonna cut it and show you where I left it so that you do not get confused because it is a bit confusing. Okay, so these are the sections that you have to cut. These sections. So cut the sections, and then you still have your fold lines like this. This is the way your booklet is gonna go. This is going to go inside, and it's gonna close like this and like this. And then you have your booklet. And now we have to decorate this booklet. So get it to this point. So I like this in here. I'm gonna leave it open. It will completely open. It's not gonna have any tuck, but you can tuck these two pieces or only one of them by just gluing the top and the bottom like this. And you can do a tuck in there. I don't know, because I still want to have the full flower, and I still want to have the full, I still want to see the full page in here. So that's why I don't want to close it. Since this is a one-page wonder, these pieces that I cut, we have to use them completely. Because if not, it's not a one-page wonder. These two sections that you have, I'm gonna cut the section that was folded. I'm gonna cut that section, and it's gonna fit completely in here because I'm cutting this section. What I'm cutting is that section that was folded, right? So I'm gonna make a pocket in here. Gonna put one in here and another one in here this way. In there, that's what gonna be the first thing I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna cut first these two sections in here. I'm gonna confuse the pieces that I have I don't wanna combine them with the ephemera because it's gonna be a one-page wonder. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna cut this in here. Right there. The other one. I'm folding it so I know exactly that it is where it has to be. And we're gonna glue this in here, and we have to make sure that it doesn't impede the closing. And it needs a tiny bit of trimming underneath. So I'm gonna trim them both together because I want them to be exactly the same size. And I want them to be pockets, so I'm gonna glue like a U shape. Too far from me. Okay, that's good. That is good. It closes. It has some pocket in there. Let's do a pocket. And this can be tucked in there. Or you can tuck this one in here. We'll see. Let's do the other one in here. Sure it closes. Oops. Okay, so let's make sure that it closes without any problem. Let's drain it. Let's drain the other side. Oops. What is your problem? Ooh. It was a tiny bit bigger on that side. That's all right. We make it work. For the top of the ephemera, I'm using the walnut oxide, which is the one I like to use. But for the sides, I'm using tater rose because I want this to be shabby and not grungy. And if you put too much of the brown stain, then it start looking, you know, more grungy. So I'm putting these on the sides. It's a light pink color. And I think I like this instead of putting brown everywhere, and it's gonna look prettier. So whatever you need, you can put this color. Now this section, I think you have to trim it a tiny bit on the side so that when it closed good. So you may need to take a tiny bit of the not too much. Until you see that it closed good on both of them. So now it is all about making this pretty. One thing, these things that we cut, these are the four things that are left. They're not big enough to put in here. They can be put in here though, but then you have to cut it too. So let's figure this, how we're gonna do this. I selected these from the front of the book, and I'm gonna put it in here. And I opened this a tiny bit because it was too hard to put anything in there. So I'm gonna put this one in here, and this is from the set of the cards collection. And look how pretty. And I'm gonna put a little bit of the tater rose on the edges, and I cut a semicircle in there, and I'm putting this on the edges because this is chabby. I don't want to put the other one. I'm trying to avoid those brown colors. I did it last time, but then it turns too brown. And I'm gonna put this in here. I think it looks wonderful. And then I will have space to put something inside. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it around. Look how pretty is that. It's gonna be a pocket, so I'm gonna be around, okay? So let's bring the glue and put the glue. And you may need to trim before you do this. Make sure that it fits in there. I think I did trim a tiny bit on both sides. This is so pretty. Make sure it closes, and I think I need to move it a tiny bit. I think that's good. Is it center? Okay, now I'm going to see how pretty this is. This is the thing that I cut from the, and I also cut it to make sure that it fits in there. And now I'm gonna round the corners and then I'm gonna also use the same pink. I really love it. It's a very light pink and it goes perfect with this. It's called Tater Rose. Okay, so I'm going to find pink eyelet and ribbon, and I want to bring some lace too in here. Maybe in here at the border, so it matches too much in there, so I'm gonna put a tiny bit of trim. Let me find something. I have this dusty rose lace, and I think I'm gonna put it in here. So I'm gonna cut it and put it in there. See how pretty that looks? So let's see. Wow, that's gonna be so pretty in there. So let's bring some glue. Okay, so let's put some of this fabric tack in here. When it completely dries, then I'm gonna cut it. This section, it was from the front cover, but on the inside. So on the back of the front cover, I cut this section and I make it fit in here. I put some of this color. See how pretty? I'm gonna show you. See how pretty that color looks in there? And now it goes in there, and I'm gonna put it so that it is at almost the same level. Not at the same level as that one, because I want the bird showing in there. Now we have 3 birds showing because this is for a bird journal, so I want the birds showing. Now I do want to leave this way because this color, this is so pretty that if I put something in here, I'm gonna cover those roses, and I don't want to do that. But I do want to put something here and here. So this is a sticker book from Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Spring Garden, and it has some sayings, and I took this one that says "Let Love Grow," and this is from the front. I took it from here, from the front, and I'm gonna put it in here, and I'm gonna put it in there like that. So let's put some of the glue. Ooh, I forgot to put the lid on my glue. That's a bad girl. In the other place. I don't have too much left in there. My hands are so dirty with glue. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it in here. And we're gonna put this in here. Show you those scissors. They're from Etsy. See how pretty? They come with different designs, and they're good when you're cutting things that are small, because the other scissors are so big. So when you have to go in small areas, these are great scissors. Okay, so we're trying to do the one page wonder, and we still have these pieces to go. I didn't want to cover that, but that's all right. There's some areas that are still showing that pattern, and I was thinking of making a tuck with this, but I was thinking of doing it differently. So let me bring that wave ruler that I have. This is the way I'm gonna mark it with my wave ruler. And I'm gonna cut it and glue it in there. Look how pretty. So now I'm going to glue it only in here and here. Oops, and I did not put my topper back. I have to do it. Let me put it so that I see. And the other only piece left that it has a fold, I'm gonna use for a notebook. So what you're gonna do, you find papers, and let's gonna find some papers and glue them in here. Let's see, we'll have to do it smaller though. Let's close it like this. And then we can put that notebook in here, like that. The other tiny piece left that we cut from there, I'm gonna glue it as a tuck on the bottom, on this bottom, this one. So let's do that. Okay, so I measure paper that will fit in there. I put a stamp because I love stamps, and whenever I can, I use them. And now I'm gonna glue this in here. Just gonna put glue underneath, and at the top I'm gonna glue this in here. And I'm gonna show you the back. It is so pretty. This is one of the papers that were left over from the page, the same page that we're using for the one page wonder. Now we only have the two tiny pieces of paper that we're gonna use for the closure. This beautiful notebook, you're gonna place it in there and make sure that it closes. Let's wait for it to dry. And now we have to figure the closure. I put a tiny piece of ephemera in here. I started to put the same trim of lace on this side so that it continues. So I'm gonna glue that. To put an eyelet, you have to first make a hole, and I use the one that is thicker, and I make a hole, and then you have to put the color part on top and the backing on the back. And I'm not an expert on anything about scrapbooking, but I tell you the only things the things that I know, and my struggles. So this sections that has like a pin is the one that go in the back. The one that goes next to the color is this one that is like rounded, and I figured that after many bad attempts. So you have to put that in the middle in there and press it. And that's it. That's all you have to do to put an eyelet. And I fast forward this. You're not suffering here with me. I decided to do a different type of closure, so I'm gonna glue, this is from the ephemera pack. I'm gonna glue this in here, and then I'm gonna cut it with my 3.5 circle cutter. So that means that you're still gonna have these, and I'm gonna just make them journaling cards. Just gonna cut because this is a one-page wonder, so you have to use them. They're pretty, and you can put them anywhere in here. I put it in this side, in this other side. I'm just gonna put them in there, and that's it for those journaling cards. I'm gonna close these. I'm gonna cut this, I'm gonna put it in here, and I'm gonna use a Velcro closure. Now it's gonna have this backing, and this is the book that I have used in a video that I have in my other channel, and it is called, it is a beautiful book with wood textures. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue this section in here, only half of it in here, and then the other half is gonna have a Velcro dot. So let's do that. Oh my goodness, I was outside of camera the whole time. So I glue half of it to this section while it is closed. While it is closed, I glue it in here. Then I glue a Velcro dot in here. I put on top the backing, and I put glue on the back and close it like this. So I wanted to have that butterfly so that the bird is looking at the butterfly, and this is a die cut from the die cut set, which is a tiny bit thicker, but that's all right. I'm gonna put my butterfly in there because I want to have a butterfly, and I don't think they are stickers, right? See how he wants to see the butterfly. Maybe there needs something also at the top. So this is the finished booklet, and we're gonna open it. It's a Velcro, and it opens like this. We have in here a tag with some ribbon. We put some lace. I'm gonna trim this a tiny bit because it's folding. So we have here a talk and a notebook, and we use every single piece of this plus some ephemera. We have a pocket in here. If you don't see it, you can always put a tiny bit of the brown. Put a tiny bit of the brown. And then we have another tucking here. And we have 3 journaling cards in there. We have another pocket in here with another tag. I love this one. So pretty. And this is kind of a tuck instead of a pocket, because it was, you know, difficult to put anything in there. And then on the back, we have a beautiful bird and a beautiful butterfly, and I may put something in there. Let's see if I find something in here. I don't want to bring anything extra. Spread your wings. I don't know if that is gonna, since I put the butterfly very high, I don't know if this is gonna, yeah, it's perfect. I'm gonna put that in there. Spread your wings. It's kind of perfect. Kind of perfect for there. The sticker book, Simple Vintage Spring Garden. You watch my other video that I have a scrapbooking video on my painting channel, and I use some of these things from this book. So that's it. Thank you for joining me. I hope you like it. Please subscribe to the channel. When we reach 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna have a giveaway. So subscribe, like, and comment on the video. It's very important. If you want to participate on the giveaway, you have to like and comment, because I'm gonna select the videos that has been liked and commented. The criteria will be checked by a computer. Will check if you have liked and commented to the video. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.